get GPS, satellites,
Mhm.
rockets. You don't get these
Well,
things
they're
because you
already here
can't
though.
believe in outer space. Yes, of
Right.
course they're already here.
But that's what I'm saying. How
Yes.
would it affect our life if we found out that it was definitively flat tomorrow or definitively round, and all of these
For most, it
infrastructures
wouldn't
already
matter.
exist? What's that?
It said for most it wouldn't matter, but what it does is it proves and shows that most of our presuppositions are actually lies and trickery from the time we were growing up to now. And so you basically have to go through your entire life and start questioning these presuppositions you have.
Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
Your
Mike
we
mic's
can
Reinhold
hear
getting
you.
did
Your
echoed.
mic
that,
is cutting out a little bit again, but we can
Damn
hear
it!
and
you.
I'm not
Yeah, you're
sure.
either
Damn it!
screaming, or you're not. I mean, it's
Leroy
you're
been
really
having that
loud.
problem. Yeah.
Yeah, and you
Yeah,
started out with it proves that everything was all our preconceived notions, blah blah blah. What proves?
I
If
have some thoughts on it, but I'll let you guys hash it out. I have some pretty deep thoughts on
if
this.
the Earth is flat, then we know that one of the greatest um, told stories of solar system and the way we view our world is a lie, and thus, what else could they be lying about?
Oh yes,
Oh,
if it's proven flat, then it would prove. I thought you said it. I
Okay,
thought you were
so
saying it does
let
prove.
let's
Go
well,
take
ahead,
a
like,
little.
GS.
Yeah,
yeah. Go on,
let's take a
GS.
little jaunt into history, folks. Now I don't expect I don't proclaim to be a historian or an expert in any field per se, other than probably eating food. I really do like to eat food and cook food.
And
Um,
pussy.
so as far back as I can remember, it was thought that the world was flat, right? So it was matter of fact, if you said that the world was round, they would burn you as a heretic. Now that you some could say, well, that was the church, that was that was. But the point of what I'm trying to make is polytheism existed long before monotheism existed. The Earth is flat as a concept existed long before the Earth is a globe. I think it's the
Yeah.
Pythagorean theorem that put that into play. That it was a the mathematics that they just said it was a globe. I'm kind of with John on this. I think it's a realm. I call it God's kingdom. I don't care what shape it is. I don't need to know what shape it is. I just need to know it's His. Whether it's flat, whether it's a globe, either way. I mean, I'm not Superman, so I'm not going to get a perspective way up there, and I can only see where I am right here, and that's all. That's all. I've got
I would
food and clothes.
disagree with all
I
that
have
shit.
food and clothes. That's all I really need. But the Bible does say some interesting things. Now,
Um,
as a believer in the Bible, it says that the firmament, as above, so below. The waters above are separated by the firmament below, right? So that would necessarily say to me, there's a vacuum up there, allegedly, according to, you know, I don't know, man.
Well,
It's a
just
tough
for the
thing.
way it would be, a vacuum is necessary and a barrier is necessary for there to be the medium of space.
Right.
Um, if it's a gradient, like they say, it's basically you have to say at some point when does it actually become space and stop being the atmosphere. Um, Now, I would
Right.
have to go in and research a lot of these things because, yeah, it does. What happens is that it becomes a I everything's a conspiracy, which can be a problem. It turns into um, strong. A lot of the times, the globes people or whatever like to straw man the flat Earth. Well, it wouldn't work. Satellites wouldn't work. I don't understand how it wouldn't. I mean, they don't have to necessarily be in space for them to be in the air and rotating around and
yeah.
circumnavigating the
What
world.
else holds
So
them up
here's
there? Hold
so
on.
let me
Let's stay with them. Don't let them leave yet. What else holds the satellites up there in your theory if there's not any
helium.
space?
Helium.
Helium.
NASA is the number one purveyor of helium.
And not only that,
Uh,
the air is thinner, so it requires
Right.
less.
Right.
Matter of
So we
fact,
know that
uh,
a helium balloon only goes so high because it changes. It's only effective down here where the gas is like that. When it gets up high, helium doesn't work. And you don't think that, or maybe you do think that you can make something the size of I don't know, an automobile or smaller, fill it with helium, and it would stay in space as long as
I
these
think the
things do.
Roswell, the whole like weather balloon thing. I think it was a satellite that fell from the sky,
I
and I
mean,
think they were trying to cover it up.
they put things up with satellite. That's why they're called
I
satellite
mean,
balloons. I
just
mean,
look at the Hindenburg. The Hindenburg was a psyops. So if you like Joe Cool, if you could have a family of four in your own
Yeah.
personal Hindenburg, your own little like sedan Hindenburg, and you
Yeah.
could fly wherever you wanted to about as cheap as you could possibly get. And you didn't have to go through Flight Pass, you didn't have to get FAA, you didn't have to get permission.
Yeah.
Now with Flight Pass, they can control who goes where in the world.
Yeah.
So what is it that they don't want you to see that they had to do the psyop? So God asked
I'm
Job.
not sure.
Well, let's go to the Bible, right? So God asked Job, where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Tell me if you understand. Who marked off its dimensions? Surely you know, he's talking to Job. Who stretched a measuring line across it? On what were its footings set? Footings, huh? That's interesting. Or who laid its cornerstone? That's interesting. While the morning stars sang together and all the angels shouted for joy. So that's God was basically when Job was questioning why was God allowing him to be persecuted. God corrected him and said, "Were you there when I was laying the foundation of the earth?"
Yeah, the same way we allow to lay the foundations of this conversation doesn't mean that there are bricks involved or turtles holding it up.
No, I mean I'm not mocking your worldview, and I'm certainly not attesting that my worldview is correct either. I'm kind of with John. I think it's an interesting question.
No, I like to argue logic, and I do not mean this. This is all due respect. I don't think you guys have any, not just you, anybody who's arguing this point has logic to say that the earth is flat. If you do, now is the
Well, I'm not
time.
saying it's flat. I said very clearly. I don't know if it's flat or a globe. I think it's a realm. I think it's God's kingdom. It's His. That's all I'm going to say about it.
All right. I
Now,
like
if
that.
you want to project that I said flat,
I
then
don't want
that's
to
your
project
projection.
anything. No, I'm
Okay.
good. I don't want to project anything. I'm good with that.
I was going to ask whether it was one way or the other, but it sounds like generally specific is kind of leaving it to not
I
to
take
say
the
I'm saying
same.
this or the other.
I take the same fence sitter type standpoint on that.
How would we know? It's just
Yeah.
like
I've
all I know.
seen
I know there's
videos
liars, and I can point out
2024.
liars.
Right.
What I can't
Have you
do
not
is
seen
prove.
video?
Have you not seen video specifically? What the Red Bull
Yes.
jump with the fish
Well,
islands?
there are
Yeah,
probably
exactly.
hundreds of thousands, if not more. We don't have to go to something NASA made or anything. We could go to some kid now in his science class can make a rocket that can send up high enough to go out outer space. Now, continuous shots, I look them up all the time.
They can go to
Okay.
outer space.
Have you guys ever
they-
seen that? Have you ever
They
seen
go
that
to the
meme?
edge of space now. Private people, yeah.
Have you guys ever seen that meme where they're showing this picture of a lioness, and it looks like it's eating the head of the cub, but then when they move the camera around, you see that the lioness is carrying it to safety by its neck. But from one perspective, it looks like the lioness is eating it, right? So if you can't be in all these different areas and to see it from an encompassed perspective, and you have
Yeah.
to take the word of other people that claim to have been there. And now here's
Who
my
does that? Again, this is not logic. You don't have to take the word of someone. The same way you want to see a cheetah run, you go see a video. You go watch somebody.
Yes,
shoot
but a
something
video is
out of
but a
space,
video is a
and you'd see a
facsimile.
video. But
But
if
a
I
video is
see
a
a cheetah,
facsimile.
if I see a cheetah run, that video, I can talk about that all day, and you don't question it. If I say there's a video of space, it must be
Because
CGI.
we don't spend trillions and trillions of dollars researching cheetahs.
Yeah, and I just questioned that. I said you're going to show me a video, and that could be CGI. That was my argument.
My argument is when I show
And
you
they-
cheetah
and they have-
videos, you don't say CGI.
They have admitted that they do doctor and use CGI whenever they're making the like the blue marble and all these things of the pictures of the Earth from outer
They've
space.
been caught
They've
replicating.
they prove and admit that they do doctor it to make it look better.
They
That's
do
one of the.
doctor some,
Like,
and they
that's-
admit it.
that's
It
natural.
is
So
not,
at what
it
point
is
do they
not
stop?
proof of a thing?
Joe Cool, how long have cameras been in existence?
This would be a guess. I'd say late 1800s, man.
And we allegedly have telescopes that can see into like other universes, right?
Allegedly, I've used
So
telescopes
what you're
before.
so
I'm
then
not
why
saying
would
allegedly.
why would NASA need to use CGI and not just take a fucking picture from space to Earth without CGIing it? They've caught them
Because-
replicating fucking images of the Earth. There's actual copies,
tell you
cop
why.
cut and pasted. Why would they
Yes,
do that? All they got to do is take
we-
a picture.
I'll
They've
tell
been
you
around
why.
since
No,
the 1900s.
No, That is not as easy as you think. How many of those cameras have been in space far enough away where they could take a picture of the entire Earth?
All right,
what
good,
they're
good
claiming.
question.
Almost
Well,
none
good
still
question.
exist
What
like
about
that.
the Van Nuys belt radiation? How are they going to get that camera film back without it being destroyed by the radiation belt? How are the humans going to get through that? There you go. And why
Well-
is it that the lunar lander looks like if you gave a crackhead $250 fucking outside of a Lowe's or a fucking Home Depot and asked them to
Looks
build
like
a tree,
every other
them-
1950 sci-fi movie.
ask them to fucking build you a tree fort? It's a crackhead tree fort. It's not a fucking
Yes.
lunar lander.
I forgot what the first one you asked was, and the lunar lander. If it was the radiation thing. Aren't you aware of? You've seen. Maybe you don't believe this has radiation either. Atomic bombs. Those things were filmed, especially the Trinity test and the early Bikini Atoll tests. There are films. And they got hit by more radiation. You're going to go through the Van Allen belt. There's a really famous one called the Elephant's Foot, and you can see what radiation through over extended period of time does to film. It leaves ghost images. It's really crazy. However, Van Allen belt doesn't seem a problem. You could put a lunar foil up there and make it pass.
So check it out, guys. About to hit the 3-hour mark. And we're going to wrap it up here in the next couple minutes. And I might hop on a couple other streams in a bit, but I need to take a break. So I want to say good having all of you on here. Appreciate it. And, anytime, that type of thing. I think Lasagna was fun. I don't know, you guys.
I thought I enjoyed it.
I've seen him around. He does the same thing. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the troll has become his actual reality.
Yeah.
But here's the thing is maybe you could refer to Freudian slip, but I think he gave a very good purview of what's going on, not just for him, but societally, is that lack of purpose really truly is defining people or leaving them undefined, I guess you could say today. And I think that's a huge problem.
I think so. I appreciate it. And it's good that you saw that. I just wanted to say I found my way here through GS. I was looking for him, and he pubbed up your channel. Let me get out and let you say goodbye to your guest. It was beautiful. And
No,
I'll
wait a
return at some
second.
point.
Wait a second. If
yep.
Base will indulge me, you talked about radiation. Now I shared a link there. Please don't click on it yet because it'll take you off the page. Based, I'm sorry about that. I should have asked. Actually, I don't even know if it works.
Yeah, I see the link.
I don't think it'll work though because I can put it in the private chat for you.
Well, I see the video you added.
If you want to share that, this is back in the 70s. This is a gentleman named Gaylor Winsler, and he's talking about the nuclear scare scam.
Yeah.
So you mentioned atomic bombs, nuclear bombs. Listen, brother, they're pissing on your leg and they're telling you it's raining. This man was talking about how they used to swim in the cooling rod pools.
Yep.
But we're told they're you're gonna have babies with 9 fucking heads and shit. And they used to get in trouble for like skinny dipping in the pools that cooled the rods. This guy is literally about to show you that he's gonna put this supposedly like there's more danger of a nodo killing you than this quote unquote radiation. But if you allow me to play it.
Yeah. I've seen this cat, by the way, and that was my point. There's not enough radiation. You don't have to worry about cameras.
Well, then you're wanting it and not wanting it at the same time. You
Yeah,
want both. You want both. It's either one or the other.
Is
No,
radiation
Go
so bad that you have to move you out of certain areas because you'll have babies with 9 heads, or is it not a problem? You
It
can't
is
have
a
your cake
problem,
and eat
but
it too.
No way. Well, here's my answer. It is a problem, but they totally over exaggerated. No way it's got a 10,000 year lifespan and all this shit they say. It is a thing. I'm aware of that. This guy is going to measure it with his device there. It is a thing, but
I'm just going to share the link, Joe, and I don't mean to interrupt you because I'm trying to respect Base's time, but I shared the link and people that want to watch it can watch it. My question is this. Where in the history of anywhere that man has gone for the first time have other men not tried to strive to go there immediately? Mount Everest, Mount Rushmore, I mean, you name it, everywhere. Where has man not tried to go? And why is it that there isn't a never-ending stream of people going to the moon? Answer that. Riddle me that one, Batman.
There literally are 3 different countries, at least, if not 4, that have rovers and shit on Mars,
Allegedly.
the moon. Well, you asked why. If you do believe these things occur, other countries are now on other planets. Like you say,
Why not man?
Yeah, why isn't man up
Why
there?
is there still sunken treasures?
Why is there
I mean, there's
treasures?
plenty. I think GS
we
was
know
saying-
less about our oceans, is what Craig is saying, than we know about our universe allegedly.
Well, and that,
Yes.
but I'm also saying that there are treasures that are sunken in our own planet or on our own planet that we cannot
Yes.
necessarily get to. So,
Yes.
I mean, it's
So look, we're gonna pause it there. I mean, look,
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
points to open up at another time. Hey, do you want to do a outro or something before you hop off, Joe?
No, I just want to say I really enjoyed it, and I'll be back another time. You
Okay,
guys
cool.
be easy.
Love you,
Yeah,
Joe.
I'll see you on TML as well. So any of you guys got some final words, thoughts? Plug your channel, your stuff. I know you got a new song out, Weirdo John. I didn't listen to it
right.
yet. I thought about it today, but
That's right.
I
It's a
didn't make it to it yet.
smooth indie song, me be singing. I like to
Alright.
rap and sing, so every now and again I switch it up. I do the
Okay.
rippity rap or I do the singing. It's called On the Way Down. It's on my channel at Weirdo John. It is now on Spotify, Apple Music.
Okay, I'll
All
put it on Spotify
platforms.
then.
Yeah, all platforms. Weirdo John.
Okay.
On the way down.
I will
check
check
it
it out. Support Weirdo John. Now that Torsha fucked him up on copyright, you got to support him.
That's
Need
right.
it now more than ever.
I'm under attack. man.
hold on.
I'm in the
Weirdo.
bunk.
Weirdo. So apparently, who told me this earlier? Don Juan, DJZ, that apparently Torsha made a video with. Oh, actually, it wasn't you in it. It was me, and Leroy, and Kings, and DJZ chat comment. Apparently, she's making some video about us. I don't know.
Yeah, she wouldn't mention me again. She don't want that smoke. She already got smoked up.
It's probably because you came up on my channel, and these people got spies, and who gives a fuck?
right.
Somebody said this about you. Who cares? God.
I was able to watch her for about a half hour, and I said, "Dude, I'm losing brain cells."
Oh
I
shit! You're
just-
next. You're next, GS. Don't say
Hey,
that.
come at me, bro. Don't tase me, bro. Dude, what do
Bro.
I got? What are you gonna threaten me with, man? I mean,
Right.
I come hard at the Jews. You think I'm worried about you?
Okay. And what about facts? You got something for the peoples?
I love the
How'd it-
Jews, by the way.
I had a great time. Thanks for having me. My channel is Facts the Madness, FAQ the Madness. I'm learning just like everybody else tries to. So, and GS and I have a show every Tuesday at 10 o'clock
Okay.
AM.
a.m.
Eastern, Western, Central.
Eastern Standard Time. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
It's called Frequently
Time-
Asked Questions, and we say, hey man, email us if you got any like deep questions you want us to try to explore and talk about and answer. Feel free to email us. Email them to Craig because I'm real shit about answering my emails in a timely fashion.
Yeah. Give me some stuff to brood over, and then we can give it to Todd. So. But
I don't
nice,
really
nice
have
hanging out with you guys for sure.
Yeah, I don't have anything to push or anything other than just saying, hey, thanks, Based, man, and thanks for not getting mad about me sucking all the oxygen out of the room. John, good to see you, man.
No.
Appreciate it.
Look, all good. All good. I appreciate all the back and forth.
And I love you,
We're-
Lasagna. I love you, buddy. I'm rooting for you.
Yeah. We're all rooting for you and shit.
Yeah,
for
we're on your
lasagna.
side. we want you to have tons of kids and a very long relationship.
Not
someday.
yet. Not
Well,
yet.
you gotta fix himself for maybe 10
Yeah.
years down the line,
10, 20, 30. we'll see.
50, set 100, maybe his next generation. If he'll
It
have
might-
well, he won't have one.
Invite
but,
me to the wedding. I will have a good gift.
Very good. All right. Well, I'm going to do a little intro in reverse outro, and it is what it is. But Suno working out pretty good.
Says my browser failed to play the video clip.